Hey y'all, my name is Jasmine. I do videos on nursing, fitness, and lifestyle. If that's your jam, consider subscribing. Now, let's go ahead and talk about why you clicked on this video. You want to know how I studied for pediatrics in nursing school. Okay, so I had peds my second semester. It's my specialty semester, so we also did mental health, maternity, and pediatrics. Pediatrics was my last 5 weeks, and everybody who took it before me was like,
Peds is hard. Peds is so dang hard.
So by the time I got to nursing school, y'all, I was nervous, okay? I was a nervous wreck. But I really enjoyed my pediatric experience. Peds was the only clinicals that I got up, and you know, getting up at 6:30 is early, but I got up and I was happy to be there. I loved all my patients. I loved the experience of my peds nursing clinical. I also got to go to the NICU where I got to see little babies, and I got to hear a heart murmur. A baby up there had a heart defect, and you got to hear a murmur on a real baby. Not on a mannequin, and it was a great experience. Okay, so let's get into it, exactly how I studied for peds nursing. Peds nursing is a lot more difficult because we are very used to our adult patients, and our peds patients is much younger and their bodies are a lot smaller. So something that can show up in our adult patient, we have a lot longer, not really a lot longer, but when the peds patient get it's a lot faster. So the first thing I did was become very familiar with the vital signs for my pediatric clients. My pediatric patients' vital signs are completely different. Besides temperature, all of them is completely different. They go a lot faster, they breathe faster, the heart beats faster. The way they breathe is different. So I got very familiar with my vital signs. I was very comfortable with my adult vital signs because we've been doing it since CNA school. So very first thing is get familiar with your vital signs for your peds patients. Number 2, I practice my weight-based dosage calculations. Sarah from Registered Nurse RN, she has a very good detailed video on exactly how to do weight-based dosage calculations. In peds, all the medicines, are weight-based. So you have to become very familiar with turning kg into pounds and pounds into kg. Very familiar, okay? So I watched her video in detail, but I also did a lot of practice questions from like nursinglabs.com and different little things that you can find online. It's like practice dosage calculations questions. Number 3, I memorized my growth and development charts. When you are in peds, you'll notice that kids go through different type of milestones, and I won't say they all hit the milestones at the same exact time, but you need to get familiar with like between this time and this time, kids normally do this. Because you want to make sure you're on top of those things and these kids are hitting these milestones in case you have to, look after or look for things for like failure to thrive. And normally kids who have failure to thrive, they won't hit the milestones as normal. I hate to say normal, but they won't hit the milestones between those when they're supposed to. So I got very familiar with my growth and development charts and my milestone charts. Also, another tip is get very comfortable with Erickson. Erickson is another like growth and development. So it basically tells you what stages each level the kids are going to. My professor was very strict about Erickson, Piaget, and Freud. All right, y'all. So lastly, I use the Simple Nursing app. It is $39.99 a month, which is, it's not cheap, but Mike from Simple Nursing, everybody has seen the videos. He goes in great detail about ways to remember different type of milestones. He goes into ways on how to remember different type of, heart defects and gastrointestinal things and help you recall, but also memorize. I am a huge visual learner, so watching those videos, I was able to, I don't want to say learn because I kind of learned it during lecture and reading, but I was able to memorize it and understand it. There we go. I was able to understand it a little bit better, and like pay in ductus And normally with a patent ductus, the murmur in the child is very loud, is machine-like. So then there's like a picture of a duck in like this machine costume. So then you remember machine-like duck is patent ductus. See, I still remember now. So simple nursing was a huge tool for me during my peds course. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. I am not sponsored. They don't even know I exist, okay? But I loved it so much. It's definitely worth the money. All right, y'all, so those is exactly how I studied for my pediatric class. If you are going into peds, honey, do not worry, because it'll be good. Everything will be perfectly fine. I loved my peds experience. I loved it so much that I finally figured out what I want to be. I'm happy to say that I'd love to be a pediatric nurse, eventually a pediatric nurse practitioner. So that's good. And if you made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you beautiful people later.